Good morning. Welcome to Mighty Ox Trading. Thursday morning. We got some stuff moving here right as we come on. We see copper popping, a popping copper. Gold's bleeding out, down about 70 ticks from the last hour. Indices have been coming up. Crude's been coming down. So let's look at the overnight action. Nasdaq hit a high here in the evening. Last evening fell down hard. Here I caught some of this move right as I ended my stream last night for an $80 win. Only trade I took last night on stream, or at all really. Then it kind of consolidated, came up, it's been falling since. I have about a 120 point range. ES, it's basically the same moves as the Nasdaq, and we have about a 30 point range. Copper, we see copper's moving a bit right now, trying to head up. It's been coming down as well. Have about a 140 tick range. Gold is making new daily lows as we speak. Looks like we have about a 13 point range. Let's look quick. Here's our resistance area, our support area for that come down. Gold's sending us a signal as we speak. I just said as we speak twice. Looks like 772.4 is the next resistance area. So that's still about 5 away. Oops. UltraBond, kind of flat, about a 1.5 range. Been kind of sideways in the last bit. Crude oil got it to 73.34 and then fell about a 1.5. Oh, whoops. And natural gas about 160 point. I'm sorry, tick. 160 tick range. And the Russell. I've been ignoring the Russell. I didn't move its lines. There we go. Oh, there's the other line. Huh. Let's bit of a tighter range here on the Russell, or at least it looks that way. About 20 points. Well, now let's look what's popping. So you see copper sent us this buy signal that I didn't get in on because I was just coming online. It's gone up 7 ticks since. Crude sent us a buy, but downtrending bands, not taking that. Nasdaq, ES just shows a signal. Looks like it might be heading downward. So if it's heading downward, Nasdaq will probably head downward. So we'll wait for this short signal on the Nasdaq. Crude oil's come down since this short signal here. It's come down. Oh, that's only about 11 ticks. Natural gas has been moving up. So as I said, I was on stream last night. Waited all night. Finally got my move in the last half hour. Big move down on the Nasdaq. Got me an 20 point win, $80 on 2 micro Nasdaqs. So that's what I'm trying to build off of this morning. Hopefully we can get some good moves. UltraBond. Now, I'm trying to monitor this because I'm not sure. I hate days like the indices, Nasdaq, ES. They're rolling this week, and a lot of people are starting to roll them now. Ninja Trader told me I should roll them, but yet the December contract still has more volume, or at least it did when I checked a few minutes ago. So I got to make sure first of all Ninja Trader is giving me the same thing I'm seeing here on the charts. It's like when copper rolled, it was looking at different numbers. So let me bring that up as a matter of fact. ES helps if I look at the ES. There we go. Yeah, okay. Right now, that's still the right contract. So now the rate. See Crude continuing to go down here. So been a great signal to get in on. Let's look how things moved overnight. Let's look at Nasdaq. Obviously, these support and resistance areas don't matter anymore, so I'll get rid of those. Here is the move I got last night. I entered this trade here, right here on this short signal. And you can see it came up on me. It came close to stopping me out right here. And it slowly grinded down. And I was in this trade over half an hour. And all of a sudden, boom, it just shot down. I went from being $26 down and to finally an $80 win. And after that, it kind of went, meh, well, do, do. Eh, This buy signal I wouldn't have taken, I don't think. Maybe. It would have got close, enough to trigger my trailing, but I actually would have continued on and would have eventually got the profit target. See, wasn't a lot of movement last night. Uh, I shouldn't say a lot of movement. There was, but not as much as we've been seeing lately. Last few weeks have been pretty wild. Not have taken this because of the bands. Although, I really need to maybe re-look at that because that would have gotten 15 points. Would not have taken that. I don't think. Maybe I would have. I probably would have actually. Broke the. Yeah, I can't say I wouldn't have. I would have taken this. And that would have resulted in a loss right there. Ah. And this one would have faked me out as well. Would not have taken this because of the downtrending everything. This would been the next signal I would have taken. Nasdaq would have given us some good moves overnight. 1 win, 2 wins, 3 wins, 4 wins, a loss, 2 losses, 4 and 2, 5 and 2. So 5 and 2 since I got off stream last night. That would have been a good night. Seem to be a bit slow now as we head into the 8 o'clock hour. Excuse me. Still waking up here. I literally wake up and I start to stream, 20 minutes after I wake up. Copper heading up, looks like. So it looks like that would have been a good signal to take. Like I said, it was right as I was coming online, so let's see if it will get to my profit target and make me regret not taking it. So let's chart it out overnight since there's nothing going on right now. Let's chart it out from the beginning because you can see we had some spottiness in the evening. I don't chart out before 8 o'clock Eastern, so it would have been right around. Let's see. It's been the first signal that I would not have taken. This one I would not have taken, even though it would have worked. Didn't take it because it was blah. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? Volume. There. Wouldn't have taken this. Still downtrending bands, downtrending SMA line. This is the one I probably would have taken, and it looks like it would have stopped me out. It definitely stops me out. Stops me out there. Then the next one also would have. Uh, oh wait, no. Sorry. Yes, that would have stopped me out there. which would have prevented me from going for this buy signal would have worked. So if I would have reversed on that buy signal, I would have been a good, good trade, but I don't assume I would do that. Wouldn't have taken this one, would not have taken this one, but would have taken this one. So let's see if that one would have worked. And I just knocked down a signal and I didn't even. What was that? NQ. Well, hold on. We'll be back. Up or we'll be back. Let's see what NQ's telling me. NQ's sideways. I'm not sure what it's trying to tell me. Just wants attention. But in order to get attention from me, you need to, like, show me something. I sounded kind of perverted. UltraBond. UltraBond. Pulling back. Uptrending SMA line. So here's the big move on copper last night. I watched that before bed, but I didn't get into it because I was already shut down for the night, basically. So that one obviously would have worked. Would not have taken that. Would not have taken that. Would have taken this. Boom, 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 boom. Remember, if you're here from YouTube, please hit that like button. Guess that does something for the YouTube algorithm. It's weird, the likes being hit. Subscribe if you haven't and if you feel like it. No pressure. Would have taken this one because it's in the bands. And this one would have been beautiful. This would have been the beautiful, beautiful move. Boom, 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 boom. At that short signal, 605, 436.45 down to 433.20. Been over a $750 move and actually went down further, but did do this pullback. The sad part is I'm pretty sure this last little bit would have faked us out and would not have gone to our profit target. And I'm right. Would have ended up being a stop out. Oh, maybe not. Well, right there would have been enough to get my trailing stop. So I would have exited right around there. And now it will be in here, which is going sideways. Let's check gold. Let's check to see if there's gold in them thar hills. And signal into uptrending bands. Will not take that. We'll watch it to see whether or not it pulls back and then goes. Bit rate's down. Hopefully the stream's looking okay. Seems to look okay on my phone. We are getting a short signal here on the Nasdaq. I think that's the one we were waiting for. Wow. So we got the short signal in ES, and it's already come down 2 points. It looks bigger than it is. See, crude's continuing to bleed out. I bet you crude's making new daily lows. Yeah, crude's making new daily lows. There's no reason that I shouldn't take this Nasdaq. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna consolidate more here versus come down, but I could be wrong. Oh, and I was right. Big move up here on the S&P by, well, 2 points. It's not a huge move, but 8 points on the Nasdaq. So taking that short signal would have been bad. See if some life comes in at the top of the hour. Right now, just kind of milling about. Crude. Crude finally found the bottom. Crude finally found the bottom for now, at least. Popped up to the SMA line. There's a pretty big pop up here. This is about a 30 tick move upwards. See if it bounces here. Natural gas popping up here. Right now, nothing's showing much follow through, but we're watching. See what kind of pop we get here at the top of the hour. Copper. Big move down. 10 ticks. Something as a short signal. But you see the last signals really have not followed through. If you go all the way back to this signal here, or actually all the way back to this signal here, none of this has really followed through. This is the one. But no, top of the hour, see some volume coming in there, and immediate pop back up. Crude heading downward. I'm sorry, not crude, gold. Nasdaq down, S&P down. ES and NQ. See, NQ is see this short signal here that I didn't take, thankfully. NQ popped back up, and now it's giving all that entire candle back. So we need to see some sort of follow through one way or the other here. You can see we're in a range. Basically, this 16 point range. And we're getting a short signal here. I want to see it get back below this low that it got to just a few minutes ago before we take anything there. Gold looks like it's going down. Now, the move to make there, looks like copper might be as well. The move I should have made here on gold. Yeah, because it just went without me big time. It gave us a short signal into these uptrending bands. I should have marked it off and then got in once it broke here again. And that would have already given us about 2 ticks. I mean, sorry, 2 points. Copper, 20 down to, yeah, copper's also moving. So it looks like the metals are heading downward here. I missed both moves. Ugh. Nasdaq's bouncing. But we are now seeing some volume. We see crude here did bounce off the SMA line, just kind of pulling back. We'll see if it gets back above, see if it straightens these bands out, straightens this SMA line out, and comes back above. And then that might still be a buy there. So, everyone just joining me, thank you for joining me this morning. Feel free to say hello in the chat. Tell me what you're doing this morning. Are you trading, sim trading, gauntlet trading, just watching? Here because the entire rest of YouTube is broken and I'm the only channel left. I don't know. Seeing indices are just sideways. It's just kind of so far. If you, yeah, with the super trend and these signals, this is where you got to be careful. When things are sideways in a range, you start getting multiple signals that don't work out. Which is why I'm waiting to see it break above this 343 level or below this 327 level. This this short signal on copper would have worked for my 20 ticks. 776 down to 74.5. Actually, BA would have got me the 16 ticks I'm normally looking for there. I did miss some opportunities, but there'll be more. Yep, gold's continuing to go down. So the metals are showing some weakness. Okay, here, this is crude. It came down, got this buy signal, got the bounce off the SMA. This is the pullback. Now it's trying to get back above that SMA. We still have very downtrending bands, but you see them starting to even out. Don't know what this white line is. Let's see if I can find out. Looks like there's resistance from a couple days ago. So now we're popping back up. High of this move here was 71.59. We're at 71.50. If we get above this on the next candle or two and see these straighten out, then we'll probably try and take a long here. Now we are going against the most recent trend, the downward trend, so we'll probably shoot for a smaller profit target than normal. Up, well, there it's above, and that's exactly what I was just saying. Interesting. That was quick. Sometimes when it's too quick, it's a little scary though. You expect another pullback. We have 5 seconds on this candle. We're going to go to a micro, actually. Let's go to a micro. We'll do 2 micros. If it gets back above 71.55, it dropped below. Big drop below, bouncing off that SMA. Okay, it's broke back above that SMA line, so we're gonna wait and wait for that next break back above. We'll continue to watch that. Matter of fact, this little line here that I drew. Actually, why did I draw it there? It actually should have been there, really. I said that swing high there. So yeah, 71.59. Let's put an alert on that. That would have let us know if it gets back to that level. And we can check our other charts. So S&P looks like it's trying to make a move downward, but it has not gotten below this low here. Let's see what the Nasdaq doing. See Nasdaq still in this range. I drew out these white lines, and it's still kind of bouncing between them, bouncing between the Bollinger Bands. Gold's trying to pop up. Copper's continuing to head downwards. Treasury bonds are going up. Have for about an hour now. We're kind of sideways now on crude. See if it can start curling back up. S&P looking like it wants to go bearish, but want to get back below 80, 83.25. Right now we're at 83.50. But again, it's a slight downtrend. Oh, there we go. Crude's, that's exactly the move I was looking for. Again, happened faster than I expected. Again, it bounced right at that level. We want to get above. I want to see 60. I want to see a candle close above that 71.59. You see it rejected again off that same area. It's come up 3 times. Now, let's blow this chart back up. Move those. And you see it's come up here, bounced, came here, bounced, came here, and bounced. So you definitely want to see some get above that level before. We do have, bullish tendencies here. You see, well, the Bollinger Bands were kind of curling up. Now they're kind of sideways. Do have the curling of the SMA line. That's making big enough moves that we could have tried to jump in on this candle and gotten a quick scalp off of it. But I'm not really a scalper. I mean, they say what I do scalping, but I go for certain profit targets and so on and so forth. Pull back again. Let's see if it once again bounces off this SMA line. Now it has made those top bands kind of continue to downtrend, but they will kind of even out if it gives another big move up. So this is what we're watching for now. We don't really have to watch it this close because I mean we do have an alert on that line. See, it's trying here again. There we go. Showing another move here. It bounced again though. So that's the fourth time it bounced. This is where you got to be patient. See, I have my crude chart here from NinjaTrader ready to go with the market order if it shows that it's going to get above there and stay above. Again, it's touched at 71.59, pulled back. Copper sending us a signal. Check that in 1 second. Oops. Forget the mark uses always on top. Oh, it is always on top. Why did it? Oh, probably because I had the open thingy. Let's check our copper. Copper coming up to the SMA line. Okay, so Nasdaq did break out of that range it was in, but it's immediately trying to come back into it. We'll see what happens there. Now we'll continue our eyes on crude. Hey, good morning, Walt. How are you doing? I'm doing all right. There we go. See if it stays above. How did that oil trade on Sim finish out for you last night? Okay, I entered this trade. Let's hope I may have made a mistake, but we'll see. I feel confident about it here. Yeah, I just entered a trade on crude. It hit this resistance point here 4 times at 71.59 here, 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 and here, and finally broke above. I've entered down 3 ticks on it, but I'm thinking it's gonna. It got finally got above, so I'm hoping it stays above. And it's not. Ooh, big drop down. Let's see. 10 tick stop loss on this. We'll see if it works out. There we go. That's what I like to see. Green is good. Uh, That's the thing about futures. They ebb and flow so much that they do eventually, oftentimes, come back to where you were at. You just can't stay in the whole time and hope and wish that it does. Oh, back down to my entry point. So this is just a little pullback. I might, if it goes back up, I might close this down because we are going against this most recent downward trend. So seems like it's trying to give back now, though. Oops. And I'm down 4 ticks now. Well, so this went up 5 ticks in my favor, and now we're down 5 ticks, 6 ticks. Looks like it's gonna come down to stop me out. Give away my profit from. Yep, stopped out. Give away my profit from last night. Now down $20 on the day. Watch it go after this now. Okay, wait a minute. Why did? Okay, Trading View is stuck. Oh boy. Well, that'd be nice to see. What the heck happened with Trading View? Trading View has frozen up. Only on that chart? Oh, now it's moving. Huh, I wonder what caused that. Yeah, so bounce down, stop me out. So let's look for our next thing. And it's bouncing right back up. So that's a little frustrating too. Let's see. I got in at 71.63. Came down to 71.46. If I had been using my normal stop loss, I would not have gotten stopped out. Let's see where it goes. Let's see if I made a mistake or. See, the indices are really starting to head down now. So it did finally break out of that range, came back up, and then broke back down in the NASDAQ. ES It's kind of heading downward. 4, 5 points since that short signal. Russell also. Treasury bonds have taken off. Copper's trying to head up, giving us a buy signal. Crude giving us another signal. Crude continuing to head back up. Watch it get it back above this level and go. Stopping me out and then went. We'll see. Gold's continuing to head up now. Came down pretty good for a few hours and now is heading back up. Over 2 points since this signal. You can see from my last signals, this NASDAQ would have been good. This gold would have been good. This UV would have been good. This copper would have been good. This one's yet to be seen. This crude would have, I'm sorry, this S&P would have been good. Crude faked me out. This was the signal, and it would have stopped me out if I had gotten in there. I should have gotten in here at the first re-break, and then I would have kind of rode that up more. And it's back above my entry point now. So I was right. My stop was too tight. So I took that stop that I didn't need to take. Took that loss. I will be 8 ticks in the profit now. My normal trading plan is to have a wider stop at this time of day because we see more volatility. And I didn't do that only because I noticed, we haven't been getting as much range lately, but the candles are showing me that there was enough there that I should have widened it. So that was unforced there on my part. UltraBond giving us a short signal here, heading down through an upward trending SMA line. We'll wait for a break. Gold also pulling back now. Also upward trending SMA line. All of a sudden, a little bit of strength has come in the market. We see everything kind of bouncing up a little bit all at once. I don't think there's any economic reports coming out today. I didn't see anything on the calendar. Russell giving us a buy signal. Downtrending SMA line. ES also giving us a buy signal. Also downtrending SMA line, and downtrending bands. So again, I expect to pull back and then maybe it'll go once things straighten out. What's Nazi doing? So it's just, we're seeing a little bit of divergence between the ES and the Nasdaq. Nasdaq's still kind of heading down, riding its SMA line, whereas ES is above the SMA line, showing some strength. Up, and big move down here in the Nasdaq, 9 points. ES followed suit, so no follow through on that buy signal like I expected. Big bounce back down. Russell also big move down. UltraBond move up. Oftentimes you'll see that where the bonds will send a buy signal when the indices are going down. ES, Kappa. Copper sending as a short signal, crude sending as a short signal. Of the signals of those two, I kind of like copper more. Copper came up, bounced, and then looks like it wants to continue heading down. Though, well, not 100% sure. No, it's the DOM. Ooh, I that order stacked on the DOM on the ask. I'm not sure about that. Nasdaq continuing to head downward. Yeah, it looks like we got some downward momentum on the indices here. Oh, there's a bounce. Wait to see if there. Oh, MES is not lined up with ES, so I can't even. I hate I hate roll days. This would have been a good signal on crude. ES is bouncing. Hi Walt, what contracts are you on? Are you still on December or are you on March for Nasdaq? Okay. I just noticed because Ninja Trader rolled ES, well micro ES, MES for me, and it's not lining up. Oops. Hey Jay, how you doing? Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick on December unless I start seeing a huge difference in volume. Kappa. Okay, this move on copper did not work. Now it's trying up again. Yeah, they wanted when I brought Ninja up this morning, they wanted to roll me now, and after seeing, I saw last night that MES had virtually no volume. I said no to letting me roll. So on the other than the other things. Yeah, Jay, I took a loss on crude earlier, so I had an $80 win last night on stream, Jay, and gave it back this morning on the crude trade. Hello, midlife trading crisis. Yeah, I've been noticing that these they're crap right now. It's hard, they've been hard to trade the last couple days. Thank you for joining me, midlife. For those of you here on YouTube, which is everybody besides Jay, please remember to hit the like button. It's for the YouTube algorithm. It likes being hit, smacked around. Subscribe if you haven't. Continuing to try and build up the channel. Everything's kind of choppy right now. Gold came down, immediately came back up. Bonds, see copper sideways. Nasdaq is came down, now back up. Crude again, that would have been a good signal to take. Crude just messing with me this morning. S&P bounced back up. Russell bounced back up. Natural gas doing whatever it's doing. S&P above its SMA line. Did send us a buy signal, but I at least wanted to get back above this recent high of 46.82 and 3/4. I appreciate that, midlife. Rollovers by the end of the day tomorrow, Jay, which is what's causing some problems. Some people are rolling today. Some people started rolling yesterday. Some people are rolling today, and some people are rolling tomorrow. So you're kind of like spreading the volume over the two contracts. Meanwhile, I'm looking at TradingView's continuous contract in front, and I'm not even sure which one it's doing. I probably should compare. Let's see. Actually, I was doing that last night. 468250. March is 4675. So yeah, a continuous contract in front on TradingView is still December. So I probably won't roll over until end of day tomorrow. Even though TradingView is like, I'm not TradingView, Ninja Trader's like, you should do it now. You should do it now. You're doing it yet? Nope. No. Yeah, how about now? Here's another buy signal on copper. Everything's suddenly looking bullish. And Q is a buy signal. So this would be a good signal to take. I've been saying that a lot this morning without taking them. They don't have a confident feel this morning. Everything seems kind of iffy, but here's NQ going. We are about 45 minutes from the New York bell. UltraBond coming down. And you see this is, made this nice move up. It pulled back here. And honestly, 31 down to 24, that would have gotten me my profit goal, but I don't consider it. It didn't really follow through, bounced off the band. Now it's trying again. Another short signal. This low is 197.24. It's at 197.27. Kind of want to see it break below there. Although honestly, if it got down to there, it would have given me 5 ticks. So that would have been decent anyway. We'll watch it. We got this buy signal on copper, but it's been flat. Same with gold. So the good one that I missed was here on the indices. NASDAQ up 5 points since its signal. 2 points on the S. I mean, these haven't been huge moves at this point. Boom, 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 boom. Natural gas is the mover right now, but I've never traded the natural gas in a gauntlet account. I've only done it in sim. Crude, crude popping back up above the SMA line. I'm gonna sneeze. Huh. Hoping for one or two good trades. Dig out of the hole I've dug myself in for the week. Uh, quiet, quiet before the storm. There's the UB again. So you can see UB, since it made this nice move up, is kind of indecisive. Down, up, down, up. Basically established a range. Right now, and it's a decent sized range, honestly. It's 7 plus 7, 14 ticks. So, I mean, if it comes down, bounces up like it's bounced here down. So this is 14 ticks down, 14 ticks up, like 12 ticks down. So these actually they're playable bounces if you had realized that there was a range being established. Copper again. Copper's just not sending anything worthwhile right now. It's, I mean, tighter range. Not really sure where that resistance line's for or whatnot, so we'll move it down here. This is the range it's establishing so far. So that's the range in the last hour or so. Hmm? UltraBond, again with that buy signal. Bit of a boring morning at this point. I need to hire live entertainment. I need to stop knocking things off my desk. Everything's kind of sideways right now, Jay. I mean, there's slight trending down in crude, but everything's kind of looking sideways-ish. I'm sure something will change at the top of the hour. Always gets a little bit more volume then, especially on the energies at 9 o'clock. NQ. Well, we do have a short signal here in NQ. It's an interesting area. Slight trending SMA line, Bollinger Band. Top one is sideways, bottom one's coming up. It is a hard signal to figure out. A lot of times you get signals like this and they'll hang. Other times, like here, it went. And it went away. It went away, so that made my decision easy. NQ, UB, 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 UB. I mean, just boop, 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 boop. Uh, here you do have the band starting to head down. You have the SMA starting to head down. You kind of have that same thing here too. So again, I want to see it break that 197.25 in this range that it's in, or 24, somewhere in there. I want to see it close below before I grab the bond. NQ sending us the short signal again. It's below the SMA. We still have these uptrending bands though, uptrending SMA line. So I don't have confidence in that move. No confidence. You see, we got this buy signal back here on NASDAQ, and it only gave us 10 points. I shouldn't say only. That's 10 points is 200 bucks. Though normally this time of day you're looking for more, so it is right now it's showing a slower, more rangy day. Whether or not we break out at the open or not, we'll see. Natural gas. Top of the hour here, we do see NASDAQ popping up with a 6-point candle. Oh, nothing's popping enough to send any signals. UltraBond did come down to that resistance or support level and then bounced. Copper doesn't care. crude. The copper is popping. Now we have a popping copper. Yep, we break that resistance on the UltraBond. See what the energies are doing here. Usually they're the things that really pop right at 9 o'clock. Yeah, big move there. 14 ticks on crude. S&P's trying to pop up. So's the Russell. Anchor. Sorry, got a little distracted there. So we did get a buy signal on copper that wasn't able to grab. It's up 5 ticks. Still tight in this tight range. It's 6, 7, 8 ticks away from this resistance that I drew out earlier. Buy signal in the Nasdaq. So I was right. This short signal did go nowhere. Nasdaq it's at 33. If it gets back above 36, might look at it. It's looking like it's 1-2. We'll go find ourselves a micro Nasdaq chart. Tell your teacher I said hi, Jay. Tell him I can send him the free trading materials so he can get out of that dead end job. Okay, so right now the Nasdaq's pulling back again. Pulling back again. I don't, we're getting closer and closer to the bell, so I get more reluctant to take a trade before the bell. She'll see whether or not any opportunities popping, stopping, popping like a rabbit. Kind of sideways again. Crude. See this copper went nowhere for now. Crude. Crude. This buy signal. Well, there was the pullback. 71.53 down, so a 9 tick pullback, and then went. That would have been a nice trade to grab. What did I say? 53 up to 77. 24. Pulling back again. Natural gas with a big 25 tick candle out of nowhere. So far, we've only done one trade this morning. Was a loss on crude oil. Looking for a couple. This week has not been good to me, and I want to end it on a strong note. But you got to take the good trades. You can't just wish and hope. Natural gas continue to go up. S&P trying to pop back up. High from a few minutes ago was 85.25. It's exactly where it's at right now. It's in the lower end of its range, as is the Nasdaq. Copper. Ooh, I didn't even realize copper was making new daily lows. Gold also made new daily lows. UltraBond made new daily highs. Crude bounced off its daily low twice. And yeah, NG natural gas is making a big move up. It's about mid of its range. Russell made a new daily low. So that's where we're at. Strong move here in the ES, but I don't know about it. I would do a micro, but Ninja Trader's not giving me the micro I want. So we'll wait on that. NQ, what's it doing? NQ's trying to make the same move. Pull back, bounced off the SMA. Now we're about 18 minutes from New York Open or US Open or whatever you want to call it open. Crude's trying to get back up. Bounced off the SMA, trying to come back up. Be interesting to see if it double tops or if it continues going. It's looking like it wants to continue going. So the energy seem to have some, well, energy today. Okay. I'm going to be muting on and off here as I eat some breakfast. Continuing to watch the charts. If anything interesting happens, I'll spit out whatever's in my mouth and handle it. Gold. See what it's telling us. A short signal. Immediately bounced. Copper right now very indecisive. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Trying to move upwards. Still within this range I drew out here earlier. Let's see. NASDAQ kind of grinding in an upward pattern. About 14 minutes from the bell. Bonds did continue to head down, broke that resistance and support, and then continued. That would have been a great signal to take. Gold now giving an exact opposite signal it gave us 2 minutes ago. So it's ranging as well. Oh, big move here on copper. 10 ticks. Upwards direction. And, this is, sometimes you get stuck in a range and you don't want to take anything, but yet, if I had taken this, it wouldn't have stopped me out yet at all. And no, I mean, it's gone, it's like 10 ticks in that direction. So we'll watch that, see if we should have taken that. Continue. Ooh, big move up. So looks like copper's finally breaking out here, or trying to. Gold trying to move up. Russell trying to move up. Everything's looking kind of bullish as we head into the open. Russell actually pulled back. S&P's though moving up. Everything besides the bonds are looking bullish right now. Well, gold just exploded out of its range. So bounced here and up, and that would have been a great buy to take. But yet, how do I know it wasn't the dud that this was? So, yep, this is a 3-point candle here. Missed opportunity. And honestly, this is where, playing today seems to be a little tough. Because there'd been no reason not to take this short signal other than it being down into the bands. But this buy signal was very good. Broke the SMA line back above. This would have been a very good one to take. And honestly, taking this buy signal back here, I believe would have been okay too. I've been running this time of day around a 2.5 point stop, 3.5 point profit target. And you can see gold's just continuing to go. And when it got close to getting stopped out right there, but I would have reached profit target there. So you can see here the UltraBond. Once it finally broke that resistance, you see this big move up, and now it's giving almost that entire move back. So right here before the open, for about 6 minutes, see a slight move back. Well, now in the indices, they're giving us a short signal. Copper would have hit my profit target off that buy signal. So this is where the problem with a choppy market is eventually it does break out. You just don't know which way it's going to break out, and then you end up sitting on the sidelines when it does. It happened to me on copper here, gold, and even on the UltraBond. All three of these broke out, and I didn't grab a single one because the signals before this, fail, fail, fail. So it's like, at what point do you decide that that one's going to be the one? Stretch in here. Quiet morning, even in the chat. There doesn't seem to be a lot of people here. It must be boring people today. 3.5 minutes to the bell. Let's see if we get some excitement there. So gold moved up. Now it's kind of going sideways. Copper continues to try and grind upwards. Bonds bouncing a bit right here before the open. Nasdaq showing red tendency a little bit right before the open. Crude moving up. Natural gas moving up. Move over to the indices here. The indice charts for the open, which is about a minute and 15 seconds away. Excuse me. Okay, there's the bell. Well, I'm wrong. Hold on. There's the bell. Nasdaq popping, hopping, popping like a rabbit. Big move here up on the Nasdaq. Seeing 10 points, 13 points. ES slight move. Pull back. Giving it all back. Now popping again. Obviously indecisive here. Oh, well. Yep, there goes the Nazi. 25, 30. A big boom. Now again, this is something, we got this buy signal all the way back here, and that's what ended up being the way it went here. I've been watching that almost 70% of the time that I've been watching it so far. The signal before the open is the way it goes. Now, I don't know if there's anything to that. I don't know if it's just been coincidence lately. But so far, I mean, this is with 1331, so we have almost 40 points off of this buy signal. S&P also coming up. Russell, though, Russell's doing its own thing and falling hard. Copper continuing to grind up. UltraBond bouncing. Nasdaq still trying to push up. Falling back here, though. NGESCG, or GC. Gold's kind of sideways, so I'm not sure what exactly. Okay, it did pull back to the ATR line, the SMA line. Nasdaq continuing to go up. ES going up, but not as strong as the Nasdaq. Oh, big candle there on crude, 16 ticks. Natural gas is sending us a short signal. So 36 up to 84. So we're seeing about 50 points now on the Nasdaq. Copper pulling back here, sending us a short signal. Russell, UltraBond giving us another short signal. It's just kind of interesting. I wonder if it's going to continue heading down. Russell, wow, Russell finally caught up with the other ones. Huge explosive move up. UltraBond, strong signal down. Okay, we're filled on the UltraBond. Pull back a tick. See if we continue to get movement downward here. Copper also hitting its Bollinger Band there. We're up one tick on the UltraBond. No, we're not. Down one tick. Let's see if it's going to bounce here. There we go. Two ticks. One tick. See if we can continue to get momentum. Oops. Well, guess not. Seems to be a nice wall there at 197.10. But looks like it doesn't want to. Let me check out the DOM. That's not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted at all. DOM. There we go. Boop, boop. 2 ticks. DOM's not loading. There we go. There's a wall on the ask at 197.10 and a wall on the bid at 197.4. Oh, big move down. We're up 4 ticks. Nice. Excellent. So we're up 6 ticks, 7 ticks. Stop losses moved to 3 ticks behind. So I'm guaranteed 4 ticks of profit even if it pulls back here. Up 218 right now. See if we continue to go down. Small wall on the ask at 04, which is the next tick down. Oh, came back and stopped us out. So that was a good trade. Let's look at the stats on it. And good cha-ching on there. Let's take a look. We're now up $73.75 on the day. See here, we got only got 3 ticks out of it. Pull back. It took a little slippage. It should have been 4 ticks. Took some slippage on the sharp pullback. So, and we were in that trade 4 minutes and 14 seconds for $93. You see it pulled back enough to stop us out. Looks like it wants to continue maybe going down. We'll watch, but it doesn't matter. We got what we wanted out of it. Crude sending us a signal. Crude and natural gas are heading down. S&P looks like it topped there at 94. Pulling back. NQ doing the same. Oops. Wrong chart. Do we want... keep going the wrong chart. So we want to take this crude. I don't see any reason not to, but I don't know. Let's see. Crude chart. Crude. There's a pullback right away. We'll do a micro crude if it comes back down. So it bounced. Let's see. Well, we got out that bond trade at the right time. Big bounce there. You see, crude did bounce, coming back up to the SMA line. So crude did come up, bounced. Let's see if it gets back down to that same entry point. Russell. Russell's pulled back. What are these signals I'm hiding here? UltraBond. Uh, so bonds bouncing not to give us a buy signal up. Still slightly downtrending on everything. I'm not going to take that. We'll see if it could prove me wrong, but copper with a big move down here. Nasdaq trying to push back up. We're going to take two micro crudes here. Did break down through that support area. Moving down pretty fast. There we go. Now I wish I had taken a regular contract instead of a micro. Bouncing back. UB. See how. That looks like it's coming right back to. Okay, there we go. Back to our entry point. See if it's a pullback or if it's a reversal. We're a negative country now. Yep, it's reversed. Yes, coming down. Hmm. Good. Come up to the SMA line. If it breaks the SMA, we'll pull out. UBCL, CL up. CL's back in profit for us. So it was just a pullback, or that's the way it appears at this point. Heading downward. Go. Going down, down, down in a burning barrel of crude. Come for the live trading, stay for the singing. There we go. Now we're seeing a nice move downward. See, it's trying to bounce here again. Let's see. Sellers seem to be coming in. Continuing to see red. Hopefully we'll continue to see red here. I'd like to see a move further down. Right now we're 17 ticks in the profit. See the spammers are come out on Nightbot. I mean on Twitch. Nightbot got them. Indices are dropping down. Let's go look at what NQ's doing. Yeah, NQ dropped. That would have been a good signal to take. It's kind of following this crude. Crude's pulled back a bit now. Still $30 in the profit. They're thinking about cutting it because there's 3 green candles in a row. In a row? Yeah, I might. In a row down under. No, in a row. I see. This is we had this pullback back here that led us to go further down. So I'm trying to see whether. Hold on a minute. Yep, heading back down. There we go. Now we're moving. Now we're cooking with oil. Yes, that was an cooking oil joke, folks. You should laugh. Guaranteed 7 ticks of profit right now with my trailing stop. Hoping to get more, but it's pulling back pretty heavy. We're very close to being taken out by our trailing stop here. Went from $50 up to only 20. Big move back. Trying to give it a little room. Guaranteed profit. Yeah, we just got our trailing stop hit. So it came back and we only got $16 out of that trade. 16 is better than nothing, obviously. Didn't expect that huge pullback, although uh, It only did come back to the SMA line, so it may bounce there. Maybe I should have, well, this is one of the things I struggle with. But that said, we're now up 87.75 on the day, grinding upwards. And I mean, 3 for 4 on the day on trades. And again, this is why I kind of get frustrated. I take micros to hedge, my losses. But if I had been, if you, let's go back to that. Um, these are my executions so far today. Micro Crude, ended up being a 7 tick winner. So it was only it was only $14. If I had been just did one regular contract, that would have been $70. UB, there's no micro, and this Crude trade I lost on, which I mean that I wasn't a micro, I lost $100 on. So if I had done a micro, then I would have only lost 10. But then last night this MNQ trade, if that had been regular NQ, that would have been $400. So I gotta stick to either micros or regular, and because what I'm doing is one loss on a regular is wiping out my micro wins. So I gotta find the right mix. I either need to get confident and just go with my one contract on regular size contracts, or figure out a viable micro strategy. Just the stuff I'm working through. Wow. I So that's where things are at. Gold giving us a short signal, came down hard here. Um, down down about 60 ticks. Tried to come back up, reversing back down. Hi Walt. Uh, Doing all right. I'm up $87. Uh, Lost on crude, one on micro crude, one on UltraBond. So 2 out of 3 this morning so far. 3 out of 4 if you include last night, but only up $87 because uh, the one loss I took wasn't on a micro. Russell and ES. Looking for a couple more. I mean, I'm happy I'm green. So, but I need to either decide to stick with micros or stick with minis, because the one loss on the mini wiped out my gains on the micros. Crude did come back up here, so we got out at the right time. NQ, buy signal, but downtrending bands. This one, 377 down to 321, this would have given us 50 points. So, but I would have been hesitant to get in there because of the uptrending bands and the uptrending SMA line. So I would not have taken that trade even if I hadn't been concentrating on that other trade. So that would have been unfortunate. This one would have been good too. So we did see some, things that didn't wait for the bands to move. It just decided to go. Treasuries came back hard and up nicely. So we were able to get that move off the treasury there, and it did bounce up. How's your day going, Walt? Russell with a big move up. Hey, $5 is $5. Hey, yeah, I wish I was a tycoon. Slow but sure. Yep. But the sad part is, if I could guarantee myself $80 a day, $80 every trading day, that would actually replace the crap I do for work. I would actually be happy with it. I mean, I wouldn't want to stay at $80, but $80 would allow me to actually relax some if I was could guarantee that each day. Uh, let's see here. UltraBond, short signal. crude came up, pulled back, and then it's going up further. The high of this previous move was 71.99, so it's got a little room. Wouldn't mind finding one more nice trade. Streaming for another half an hour or so. Then I'm back here tomorrow morning again. Same time, same bad time, same bad place. Nothing's definitely, really moving in one direction in this morning. We're seeing up and down, sine wave type moves. NASDAQ, though, is kind of different than the others. It is kind of going downwards, pull back, but then pull down again. Hello, Susie. Uh, are you talking about the one that's sending me the buy and sell signal, Susie? That is it's called the super trend. On TradingView, it's the one by Hivonk something. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it has like 27,000 likes. It's the super trend. And then I have it set on ATR period of 10 and a multiplier of 2.2. That's what I found works for me. It's, I don't follow those signals blindly. I look at where they are compared to the chart and the Bollinger Bands. But I find that they give me a good solid base to base entries on. You're welcome. Always feel free to ask questions anytime. Coming up on 10:15, things are kind of slow, very slow right now. Crude's continuing to try and push up. Gas kind of down. Russell, S&P choppy sideways. Nasdaq kind of choppy sideways. UltraBond pulled back, popped up. Looks like it wants to come back down again. I don't know. Almost wish there was a micro on the UltraBond. We're gonna take a chance. Get in on the. Let me check the DOM before I do that. No, it's not what I wanted. I got some orders stacked there. Not a lot of orders stacked there. Kind of like the looks of that. So I got a bond window here ready to go. Trying to decide. It's going without me, kinda. Okay, we're filled on the bonds. Ultra bond. I don't know why I say bonds. James Bonds. Not 100% confident in this, so I might cut it after a couple of ticks, if we get a couple of ticks. Oh crap! Well, I'm giving back my gains if this ends up stopping me out. Immediately reversed by 3 ticks. Let's see. So why did I enter there? You might ask. Because there was no signal there. The signal is back here. Let me blow this up. Move this down. Signal is back here. Came down. It reversed just like I expected. Then came back down. I just got in late. Honestly, well, I mean, I didn't really get in late, but this would have been the better entry here. Instead, I got in here. Now we're down 2 ticks. See if it continues to come down. Bring up my DOM again. See where we're at. There we go. Sorry about the flashy there. There's a wall of orders on the bid right at my entry point. There's a wall of orders on the ask at 1 tick below my stop loss. We're down 3 ticks. So let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Coming back my way. Russell sending us a signal. Oh, nope. Yeah, lots of orders now in the bid. Russell again wanting attention. Let's take a look. Russell coming down into downtrending bands. I mean uptrending bands. So we'll stick with our stick with our concentration on the bonds. I'm gonna bring this over to this screen. This is for those that don't know. This is what I'm looking at when I say how many orders are on the bid and the ask. You can see here, this is what's called a DOM, or a depth of market, if for those that don't know. There are some people that trade just by looking at this. It shows all the orders that, all these are limit orders that are sitting on the bid and the ask. And some people will just, that's how they'll trade. They'll look at the order flow, and my good friend Canadian futures trader, that's how he trades. I use it sometimes just to look at where things might go. You see, like right here at 197.22, there's 313 orders sitting there. So that's a little bit of an insurance policy that it has to chew through those orders before getting to my stop. It's 119 currently at right at my price level here. So it's like we could get through here and get down into these, but right now we're down 3 ticks, and that those orders have all moved up now. That sometimes happens. There's a good chance we're gonna get stopped out here, but maybe not. Move that back off screen. See what we're getting sent here. Russell, Crude. Copper sending us a buy signal. I like that buy signal. One tick from being stopped out on the UltraBond, and there it goes. So gave back my profit for today. Now down about 70 bucks. Oh, down about 100 bucks. Took out more than I thought it did. So another wasted day. Just how this week has gone. Now it's giving us a buy signal back up. Seems like it's going to want to range. Good morning, John. How are you doing? Ouch, John. I'm down 100. I was just up 80, and I took a loss on the Ultra Bond. So it's continuing my bad week. 5 straight green days last week, 4 straight red days this week. So I don't know what's going on. So did you short into the long or long into the short there on NQ? Yeah, I know how that feels, John. I've given back like 60% of the gains I made last week. I've given back. I don't just don't understand the magic I had last week and how it's gone away this week. Next week's gonna be funky because of FMOC. Yeah, Rod gives good advice. Don't necessarily like his style of trading with mean reversion, but he gives good advice on how to manage these combines or evals. So last week I made 100. I'm sorry, 1,006 bucks. This week I've given back 670 of that, and I'm really frustrated. So gonna still try and maybe salvage the week tonight and tomorrow. Hopefully get a couple good trades. I need to either stick to micros or I need to stick to minis because my micros win, my minis lose, mini my minis loss wipes out the micro wins. And if I've just been taking the micros as minis, I'll be up. So I need to stop mixing them, I think. Cool. I'm glad to hear you're still positive. Although I guess your drawdown might be creeping up a little bit. Russell moving downward, that would have been a good trade. S&P, 2 points there on that signal. So the Nasdaq Nasdaq did not run like the S&P did today, which is unusual. I mean, they're both headed down now, but Nasdaq just started bleeding out and continued down. It's wow, down 100 points since this short signal. See, Nasdaq making new daily lows here. Yeah, drawdown's the hardest part. Bounce here on the Nasdaq. 15 points back up. S&P, new daily low. Nasdaq, again, still heading down. That bounce didn't sustain. Market's not happy right now. Of course, neither am I. UltraBond heading up. So this would have been a good signal. But I was a little shy of taking that after it burned me on that last one. So it got me the 7 ticks I'll be looking for. Unless something exciting happens, we're going to wrap up here in the next couple minutes. Crude trying to come back down. Got 3 new subscribers today on YouTube. If you're here, thank you for subscribing. Please also remember to hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. I don't actually know what it does. That's just whatever YouTuber says, so I assume it does something if you hit it. Have a good day, John. See you tomorrow. Crude trying to come down. Crude chart. We do have this resistance point here. See, it's come down twice to this level and back up. This was support. I mean, this was resistance here, support. I'm gonna go with 1 micro here. Did pull back, waiting to see whether or not it comes back down. Meanwhile, the indices continue to bleed out. I don't want, I'm feeling kind of FOMO-ish. Not even sure that's a word. Missed these opportunities here to jump in, and I don't know where the bottom's at. to get a short signal natural gas. Crude, crude went without me here. Let's see. I'm gonna go in on this micro crude. It's a $25 stop, $35 profit target. Actually, I'll probably move that up, but we'll see how it does. Yep, it's reversing. Natural gas, big move down. See if crude follows its lead. Be wrapping up here in the next few minutes. I have a grocery order coming at top of the hour. Well, assuming they're on time. Walmart, you can never assume that. No reversal there on crude. Up to the SMA line. Let's see if it pops it. Oh, everything's turning green all of a sudden. The ES is up. Nasdaq's up. Up, pulling back. So maybe it's indecisive. Bells will be ringing. ES giving us a buy signal. Kind of flat though. Looks like we're gonna get out of this oil trade. Broke the SMA lines, heading upwards. So, well, maybe spoke too soon. Pull back. Buy signal in ES. Flirting with it on NQ. Gold sitting as a short signal, and this crude trade's coming back in our direction. So, glad I didn't cut it yet. We'll see how it goes. So we were down as much as like 25 bucks now, or 23, I think. Now we're only down 7. See if it comes all the way back for us. And by us, I mean me. Oh, there we go. We're back in profit. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Now we're right around my entry point. And now it's coming back up. If it breaks the SMA line again, we'll probably cut it. Russell coming as a signal. So I just followed the wrong signals today. You can see the Russell would have been a good signal. Natural gas would have been a good signal. I seems like I just picked the wrong ones. This S&P class 2 would have been good. It's a frustrating day. It's a frustrating week. I'm trying not to let that get to me. I was really hoping for good momentum off of last week, and that just just hasn't happened. And I gotta figure out why. But popping up above, popping back below. Where it'll stop, nobody knows. Coming back down. So right now, crude's keeps bouncing off that SMA line. The SMA line's almost flat, but slightly downtrending. Back to break even. Tick, 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 tock, tock. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, guys, if anyone's out there trading on Rhythmic, um, reading the Earn to Trade Discord, apparently there's a lot of trouble with Rhythmic right now. A lot of people having orders not filling, especially trailing stops. Um, uh, it's a lot of people having order issues on Rhythmic connection. So you all may want to, if you're using Rhythmic, you might want to be very careful for the rest of the day. It's being multiple people are reporting it. I am going to exit out of this trade, I believe, and shut down. Or I'm going to try to exit out. Let's see what happens when I hit close. Still trying to hold off to see if I can get back to break even. It's $2, for God's sake, $2. There, back to break even. There we go, $1. So if you're using Rhythmic for your data feed, be very careful right now. Lots of people are reporting issues. Oh, there we go. Crude's coming back down. Let's continue to follow it for a couple more minutes. It's stick, it's grinding down. It's no. There we go. Maybe big move. There we go. Man, I know. I'm one micro here, so I'm like fretting over $1 a tick, and this is where I wish I had taken a regular, because now I'm up 10 ticks. But okay, we're gonna close it out here. 10 tick winner or so. So ended up being 7 ticks. I closed it out right after it popped up. And we're gonna call it a day. I'm not gonna get in any other trades and get stuck in one with rhythmic not working right. So ended the day down about $90. Bad week so far. Hopefully, maybe recover something tonight, tomorrow. I'll be back on stream tomorrow morning, 7:30 Eastern, and hopefully things will go well. I thank everyone for joining me this morning, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Talk to you all later. Bye.